Hi everyone, this is Shannon, and today we are making a very simple card. This is a full-size A2 card, but you could also do this in the note card size. And I'm just creating a bunch of these to use as notes. I'm not stamping any sentiments in there. So you can see I don't have one on the front, and I'm also leaving the inside blank, just so that I have something to grab and use, you know, last minute when I need it. So I wanted to show you, it's a very simple card, black and white as you can see, but I am using one of the Sale-A-Bration items, which is our 12 by 12 inside the lines paper. So I want to give you guys a peek of what this looks like. This is beautiful paper that can be used with our markers, our watercolor pencils, everything. I think people are most excited to use this with our watercolor pencils. So I want to show you the different patterns that come in this set. You do get a few sheets of each. So this is one of the designs. It's a little bit larger images, so you can see the flowers and the little bumblebees. There is another scene here that you have some trees, you can see the sky, a little bit larger, more greenery. Here's another one that's a little bit not as busy. That makes sense. Let me show you. Here's the tree when I had these out of order. And then here is another one that is a little bit more intricate and pretty busy. And this is actually the piece that we are going to be using today on our card. So you can earn that paper by placing a $50 order in my online store at theirishscrapper.com. And let's go ahead and show you what we're using today. So our card base is going to be a piece of thick whisper white. This is the standard A2 size, so 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece of basic black that is cut 4 by 5 1/4. That is going to be our top layer. And then I have a piece of whisper white that is cut, let me remember, 2 by 5. So this is 2 by 5. And then our inside the lines coloring paper is also cut 2 by 5. And then I have a piece of basic black that's a 1/2 inch by 5 that we're going to use to hide that seam between those papers. And we are going to do a little bit of embossing and die cutting. So we're going to use our layering squares. We're going to use a scalloped square and a regular square for our main flower image. Our flower image is coming from Flower Shop. So this is a stamp set that is in our annual catalog. And we are going to be using this one here. And then for the layering squares framelits, as you guys can see, you get a lot for your money. You get a whole set of scalloped squares as well as your straight squares. So we are using 2 that fit our image. So let me bring in the big shot and we'll get that out of our way. So I have my magnetic platform and precision base plate in my big shot. I have a scrap piece of basic black. And I'm going to put down my layering square, and I'm going to take my cutting pad and just roll this through. Okay, so there is our square. We'll set that aside. Okay, so I have a piece of whisper white here, and my other square. Take my cutting plate and we'll roll that through. Okay. Alright, so we have that. Now we can go ahead and emboss. Okay, now we can go ahead and emboss. We are using our Petal Burst embossing folder. So I'm just going to switch my platform here. I'm going to put it in the regular Big Shot platform with the cutting plate. I am going to grab my embossing folder and lay my Whisper White in there. and then put my other cutting plate on, and we're going to roll that through. Okay, and then we're done with our Big Shot. Love my Big Shot. All right, and there is our piece. So I just thought this made perfect sense for this style card with the floral paper. So we can go ahead and in here, let me grab my fast food. Our card is going to be opening this way, so I'm going to make sure we have it oriented right. Let me just make sure that I'm straight. Okay. I think black and white is so elegant, but simple, and it just has a wow factor. This paper would be beautifully beautiful colored as well. But today we're just going to keep it black and white and simple. Okay, so I'm going to leave myself a nice little border. We're going to take our white piece that is embossed. We're going to put fast fuse around all sides so that it doesn't lift up. And then we're going to overlap that just like that. Okay, and now we're going to use that 1/2 inch strip to cover up that seam between our papers. Just like that. And just laying that piece down, it just jumps out at you. Okay, alright, so now we can go ahead and stamp our flower. So I'm going to use our Archival Basic Black. And I don't need to worry about the orientation of the flower since we're not punching it. I'm just stamping it. I just want to be sure it fits my square. So I'm going to get that stamped down. Beautiful. Okay. And now I'm just going to grab my dimensionals. We're going to use some of those as well. Let me lay a little bit of fast fuse here on my square while that dries. Okay, now we can lay down our flower. Try not to smudge it with my fingers. And now I'm going to put dimensionals on the top half and the lower half so that it doesn't sit right on our center piece. And then we're just going to lay that right there in the center. And then we can bring in our bone folder and give that a nice tight crease. Okay guys, so that completes today's project. I think these are super pretty and so nice to have something that's simple and can be used last minute for any type of project you need. If you are on my team, you will be receiving the consumable products to create this card. All you'll need to have is the Flower Shop stamp set to make it identical to this, or you can use something in your own collection. You should be receiving that shortly in your mailbox. And again, right now is the perfect time to join Stampin' Up! If you are interested in joining my team. We are currently in Sale-A-Bration, so there are a lot of rewards and perks going on right now. It is absolutely the best time to join if you're considering it. And it's no risk, no pressure, right? So you do get your starter kit for $99, and you'll get $125 worth product from any of our catalogs, the Current Occasions catalog or the annual catalog. And in addition to that, you get to choose 2 additional free stamp sets of any value to add to your kit. So that in itself is amazing. This is actually the time that I joined Stampin' Up! Was during Sale-A-Bration. It was the best decision ever. We have a wonderful group, so if you are interested and have questions, please feel free to let me know. And I thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to being back with you real soon. Bye-bye.